Anointed warriors. What up, spiritual family? And welcome back to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry, where I am your host, Brother Mongoose. Say, if you're tuning in for the first time, guys, I'm both a minister and a philosopher. So let that be a clear notice to you guys that this is not your traditional type of ministry, nor am I your traditional type of minister. I'm going to be giving you some information about exactly what I mean by that towards the end of the video. But again, I'd just like to officially welcome you guys to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, if you're a recent subscriber or supporter, and to a special shout of love and thanks and appreciation goes out to my longtime subscribers and supporters of the ministry. Welcome all of you guys, and without further ado, we're going to get off into today's topic. Let's see. Where can I start? Hey, do you feel like wherever you go, you just rub people the wrong way? Do you feel like no matter how kind, how humble, how respectful, how full of joy, and how approachable and engaging you are, that no matter what, you rub people the wrong way and they can't help but to express that? Their bitterness, the jealousy, the hatred, the dissatisfaction, just based on your mere presence. They cannot hide this. Keep in mind, the caveat is there are some of these people that we would refer to as, disciples of darkness. They have become well schooled in hiding their disdain, in covering up their hatred. And in fact, these people typically come wearing smiles and bearing gifts. But it's only a matter of time, as my parents, may peace and blessings be upon them, used to always say, everything and anything that's in the dark will eventually be brought to the light. So it's just a matter of time before they unravel and eventually begin to show their bitterness, or it's just a matter of time before, through this thing that we call divine discernment, you're able to pierce through and see through their deception and their manipulation. So I'll get back to the original question. Are you experiencing these things in your life? Do you have rats that are inside of your nest? In your business affairs, your relationships, your work environment, your neighborhood? Do you have these things going on and it's made known to you? The places that you go and you should be welcomed, the overwhelming majority, if not all of those people, reject you in that place. Do you have old school friends, current acquaintances, business partners, what have you, that you know that based on the humanistic standpoint, in terms of the way that you've treated them, the longevity of you guys' relationship, what have you, based on those type of things, these people should be supportive of you. You've been supportive of them. But yet you find out the very people that should be supportive of you are the most snakish of them all. Are any of these things Are you aware of any of these things? Or are these things taking place in your day-to-day existence? Because if they are, the reason is because you are the winner. You've already won, guys. And people know this. The powers that be knows this. All of those who operate in darkness, they know this. If and when you are so fortunate and blessed to come across one of your fellow spiritual family members, and they're truly disciples of the light, then they know it as well. And their energy resonates with you. But as we know, the overwhelming majority of people on this planet have been tricked, bamboozled, or overrun by the darkness. It's important that you know that you are the winner. You have already won. Your enemies, the powers that be, they oftentimes, dare I say, the overwhelming majority, if not every single time, they know that you are the winner before you do. Pardon me. They know that you are the winner. Those of you who are amongst this very small but potent group of elite spiritual warriors, most commonly referred to as the 144,000, the enemy has known from birth, even prior to your birth, they knew that you were the winner. You hadn't even taken your first breath, let alone learn how to walk, go to school, make your mistakes, and awaken to who you truly are. You hadn't done any of that. Did they not know who Christ was before he was born? That's why they sent out the enemies to scope out, to go to a certain place and kill every male child that was born, because they knew before Christ was even born that he was going to be the winner. And he promised you and me and those who carry the light that we would not only perform the type of miracles that he performed, but even greater miracles. So if we're anointed to perform even greater miracles, then it only stands to reason that the enemy also knew before we were born exactly who we are. They knew that you and I and all of us who genuinely carry the light, they knew that we were winners. And they knew it before we had awakened to it. All the problems, all the setbacks, all the betrayals, all the evil eyes, the denials that you get in places where you know you should be welcome. The people that you know you should support you, that you know should support you. The challenges in your health, your finances, all of these things are meticulously designed and implemented by the enemy by God's permission. Remember, because he's in charge of both sides of the chessboards. And the enemy, just like with Job, has to go to him in order to get permission to do anything. And yet, under that umbrella falls the fact that all of these things that have been taking place in your life, oftentimes, those of us who are amongst 144,000, we could think back to the very beginning of it. Like, all you were doing was minding your business. Every time you seemingly got a breakthrough, felt good, there was somebody or something that just seemingly, randomly showed up to rob you of that, to introduce you to a bad thought, to send you down a wrong path, to befriend you and keep you in a minimized state of operation and existence. All of these things were brought about by the enemy, trying to attack you, trying to deceive you, trying to destroy you before you awaken to the fact that you're the winner. You don't bring in giant wrecking balls, sticks of dynamite, large bulldozers, huge cranes. You don't bring in all of these things to tear down a chicken coop. And so all of these things have been shoved into your life. Again, finances, your relationships, your mistakes, your bad attitude, the people that betrayed you. At one point, the people that you betrayed. Your journey has consisted of all of this high-powered artillery or industry, whatever you want to call it, in an effort to tear you down, to deceive you, and to destroy you before you awaken to the fact that you are the winner. And so now you find yourself in this situation to where some of you guys have awakened to the fact that you are the winner, and some of you guys have not, and that's fine. I want to encourage you to keep right on going because it is a process. Oftentimes people think when they awaken, or when they get baptized, or when they give their life to this person we call Christ or God, they think that, okay, bam, that's a magic wand. They're going to get all these blessings. And the truth of the matter is works in reverse. Because once you give your life to this higher power, whatever you call it, it sends out energy that reverberates, that tickles the system of the powers that be. And they immediately set out, again, if you weren't amongst the 144,000 and they already knew, then that's a different story. But if you are amongst what the Bible refers to as the great multitude, and you get to this point to where you want to surrender your life to this thing that we call God, that tickles the enemy's system. And they intentionally put roadblocks, obstacles, they bring in all this type of material that I mentioned as a metaphor to explain the trials and tribulation that you've gone through. They start introducing different opportunities, pardon me guys, to your friends and your family, trying to get your friends and your family to sell you out. And unfortunately, most of them have. A lot of them have. It's all designed to dislodge you, to negatively influence you, to deceive you into thinking that you have to do more. You have to pray more. You have to get more money. You have to, get more YouTube followers. You have to change who you are in order to fit in. It's designed to get you to think that you have to do something in order to become the winner when the enemy knows that you're already the winner. The energy that you carry has been cleaned, and if you're not there yet to where you realize this, you're going through a phase where it's being purified. Everything that's not going to serve you on that next level of your spiritual evolution, those things are being burned away from you. So keep going. Nothing can stop you if you don't stop for nothing. Family leaves you, finances, poor medical reports, reputation, whatever the case. Keep putting your spirit man and your spirit woman first. Nothing can stop you. You will, in his divine timing, get to this point to where you realize you've already won. That's today's message, guys. The enemy knows that you've already won. They're so petrified of you waking up to that. When this shift on this planet took place, it's commonly referred to as, there's a saying that says, some will awaken to vessels of honor, yourself and those who carry the light, and others will awaken to vessels of darkness, those who carry the darkness. The Bible also refers to it as the separation of the wheats and the tares. When this thing took place, this shift took place in the spiritual realm, regardless of your trials, your mistakes, your obstacles, the attacks by the enemy, if you awakened as a vessel of honor, you're already the winner. You have to walk it out. You have to go through the fire. You have to carry and bear your cross. But you've already won. When you really, really get there and you really, really start embracing this down in your spirit, everything else doesn't even matter. Your money, what the doctor said, your enemies, nothing matters. And it doesn't mean that the attacks will stop. It just means that they don't tear you down anymore. You're not negatively impacted by them anymore. You know, like you've read this book, you've seen this movie. If you've seen a movie before, and if there's somebody in that movie that you're rooting for, even when you're watching that movie and they're going through the challenges and they're beat up and tore down, and you've already seen that movie. You know, okay, well, I know they're going to come back, they win. This is the mindset, the heart set, the spiritual makeup that you begin to operate from once you awaken to the fact that you've already won. See, all of these trials, all these tribulations, all these betrayals, your own mistakes, shortcomings, poor choices, all of this, it's all designed to get you to realize that you've already won. How else could you still be here? You know the amount of mistakes you made. You know the amount of wrong that you've committed. You know the tribulations. You know the people that has betrayed you. You know what the doctor once said. But you're still here. It's all been designed to get you to realize that you've already won. And trust me, whatever his plan is for your life, once you embrace the fact that you've already won, again, it's like your spirit man or your mental man or your mental self is trying to catch up with this truth. You're trying to awaken to the fact that, hey, I must really be invincible. When the good book says that all weapons formed against me will fail, that must be a literal thing. See, your mind, you have to go through all of these fires and adversities for you to wake up to that and for that to be cemented in your spirit, man or woman. And then once you get there, no matter what the goal and the destiny that he has for your life, then it's going to be fulfilled. The situation is going to catch up with your spirit man, just like your mentality had to catch up with your spirit man. You comprehend? Pardon me. Pardon me, guys. But I could just stop right there because that's today's message. Some of you guys are out there and the enemy is loving the fact that, hey man, you aren't there yet. And it's like a lion trying to take advantage of, a baby elephant. They're loving the fact that this elephant ain't big enough. It ain't grown enough. It ain't strong enough. It's not mature enough. So I could attack him and try and take him down now. The enemy is loving that. Because some of my spiritual family members are still looking at finances, their own mistakes, they feel unworthy, the challenges across the board, why people aren't embracing them, and all these different things are still looking at that. But keep on moving on in faith. Keep on hoping on in love. In divine timing, you will get there. And then your exterior reality / your purpose will be revealed. Once you stop saying, hey man, look, it doesn't matter what your finances look like. It doesn't matter what your business look like. It doesn't matter what the doctor said. It doesn't matter what you look like in the mirror. You're already the winner. Once you get that, and that is fossilized within your spirit, man or woman, then he reveals to you exactly what you're supposed to do. You don't care about the enemies. So what they're attacking, and using witchcraft and spreading, rumors and, making you feel rejected and unworthy and all these different things. So what? You're operating from a mindset, a heart set, a spiritual fortitude that's comparable to someone who's watched this movie before. And at the end of this movie, this girl wins. So you're not watching the movie like, man, I hope they make it through. No. Those are things of the past. And there are some of my spiritual brothers and sisters out there who have reached this journey. Who have reached this level of their journey in terms of, hey, they know they won. But now it's like, okay, what next? What next? And maybe you've been praying. Maybe you've been hoping. Maybe you've been meditating. Maybe you've been moving forward in your God-given authentic self. But you still could afford to have some additional information and insight. This is seguitive to what this ministry is all about. Because this ministry believes when you take time each and every day to celebrate all that he has given you, not the superficial things, those things as well, but all the things that he has given you superficially would not exist, or you wouldn't be able to appreciate them as much if your mind was out in space, if your body was broke down and decrepit, if your spirit was corrupt. So everything that he's given you can be enhanced, uplifted, and more greatly appreciated when you do something each and every day for the mental you, the physical you, and the spiritual you. Now, you ain't got to worry about your enemies, because I know they're out there trying to watch these kinds of videos too. But it's all in vain for them. This message and these things are beneficial only to those who are walking in his light. So if you're on that level where you'd like some more information, some more guidance, 2 cents worth of second opinion, good old-fashioned fellowship, whatever, reach out to this ministry. I'm going to leave an email link down in the description box. But I can tell you, whatever we come up with together through prayer and focus on this thing called God, I can tell you that this ministry is going to recommend something very specific, not something willy-nilly style, not something, that's just random, something specifically for you to do each and every day for the mental you, the physical you, and the spiritual you. It's going to start there. Yes, it'll be catered. It will be organized. It will be structured and personalized for you. But that's a gist of what it would consist of. Now let me prepare to get out of here, guys. And remember, whatever level you're on, if you aren't there yet, or if you're there but you're looking for some more guidance, some confirmation, validation, reach out to the ministry. Not that you may necessarily need those things, but it's okay for us to always have these things. These things help us stay focused as well. So again, that email link will be down in the description. Remember, guys, this ministry is not based on religion. Although I do trace the origins of this ministry back to religion, this ministry is not handcuffed or minimized by the teachings, the concepts, and the dogma of religion. This ministry, in fact, is promoting a holistic path to health and wellness, to life itself, and to fulfilling the race that He has set before us. Now, the services that are provided by this ministry in a mind, body, and spirit holistic approach consist of experiential-based philosophical consultative services for the mind, ISSA certified fitness training for the body, and clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices for the spirit and for the soul. Additional services in which this holistic approach is utilized consist of good old-fashioned motivational speaking, as well as youth and young adult mentoring and counseling. For more information about these services, some specific details of what they consist of, how they're implemented, and how they're going to be beneficial to you, should you reach out to this ministry and decide to use some of these services, please watch a video that's titled MBS Service Tutorial. Also, please visit the physical fitness branch of the ministry located at mountfitnessmbs.com. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to schedule your initial consultation and evaluation in any or all of those areas of services, again, that email link will be right there in the description box. And I want to ask that if you guys got anything of value out of today's message, or even if you didn't get nothing out of value yourself, but you think there could be somebody out there that could get some value out of today's message, then please help support this ministry when it comes to doing just that. Start by hitting the share button if you would, please. Pay this message forward. Allow this same message to go forward and be beneficial to someone else as well. Then also, if you would, please hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. That way you help grow this ministry by way of the YouTube algorithm. And hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive a notification when I upload a new message. When it comes to what makes me different as a minister, please watch a video that's titled My Testimony and Disclosure. That's an important video, guys, because based on that, you may be turned off by this ministry, or you may be totally inspired by this ministry and the anointing that God has on this ministry. So either way, you don't want to procrastinate or tarry when it comes to watching that video. If you have any questions, again, the email link will be down in the description. If the Holy Spirit moves you guys to make a monetary donation towards this ministry, and what I mean by that is, guys, make a monetary donation that will help me spend more time studying, researching, observation, implementing all of these things that I do before I present a message to you. The vetting process. When you guys donate to this ministry, it allows me to spend more time doing just that. When you make a donation, we all have to pay bills. And so when you make a donation to me, this allows me more time to be able to stay right here and fulfill the calling and the anointing on my life, and to provide you guys with high quality, relevant, and result-oriented strategies, informations, insights, views, perspectives, and services. So if you'd like to make a monetary donation, please know that I'm going to leave an email link. I'm going to leave a Cash App link down in the description box. And also remember that absolutely no amount is too small. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. But not before, as always, I encourage you guys to always live a life that prioritizes faith over fear, truth over tradition, knowledge over nonsense, love over lust, and people over profit. Now go out there and walk like you've already seen this movie. How else could you even be here? How else could you even be here and still have faith and hope and joy and humbleness? Tolerance, enthusiasm, out of everything that you've been through, everything that's happened to you, all the mistakes that you've made, guess who's still standing in the mirror? You're not trying to be the winner. You're already the winner. So walk in that. Reach out to this ministry if I could provide you some services. If I could, whatever they are, you know what the services are, but reach out to me if I can be of assistance to you guys. That's what I got for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I am Brother Minister Mongoose. And I will holler back. Peace.